everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. If you've been drawn to this reading, this is literally the only deck that I was guided to use for this particular batch of readings for each sign. So it's called Soul Lovers and Separation. This is for those of you who feel very connected to a person, regardless of where you are at on the journey, more than likely at a distance from one another. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what presents itself here. I am going to bring forward 3 different scenarios. So you get to choose which scenario you're most guided towards, okay? And let's take a look and see, based off of what you choose, if I'm able to tap into your situation, your journey. And if not, feel free to go ahead and, view all of the other scenarios that are coming through for this batch of readings. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Hi there, Virgo. So let's get into some messages here for you guys. Soul Lovers and Separation. So these are the 3 cards, the 3 different scenarios that I'll be focusing on for your readings. So feel free to go ahead and pause the video until you're able to decide which one you are most drawn towards, and let's get into some messages, okay? So if you chose number 1, and just like I did for all of the other signs, I purposely did not look at the messages as I was shuffling them. And then I just turned them over super quick so I didn't see. So we're all going to discover this at the same time, Virgo. All right, so if you chose number 1, here it is. And I find myself losing my voice already. I've done so many readings today. Sorry. All right, so let's get into it. Number 1. I would like you to meet my friends. I want you to be involved in all areas of my life because you are my world and I want everyone to know. That's interesting. Okay, so that could have actually happened for you if you relate to that message. So let's grab some tarot and see how this plays out, okay? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You could also be cross-watching for a Virgo. So I would like you to meet my friends. Now, for some of you, maybe you did meet their friends and you did not like their friends. That could have been an issue. That could have been part of the reason why you guys were maybe arguing about it or just having some disagreements about that. I'm also feeling this. Okay, I just got this download, so take it if it relates. I'm kind of feeling for some of you guys, Virgo, the person that you connected with was more outgoing, perhaps. They could have been very sociable. They had tons of friends, like their social calendar was always full. But maybe you were more low key, where it's like, okay, we can go out every once in a while, but not every night. And, so that could have drained you. And if it just wasn't you, that could have also been a source of contention for you and this person. All right, so I don't know. I'm just getting that for some of you guys. So let's grab our tarot here. All right, number 1 for Virgo. Knight of Pentacles. So this, of course, is representing a very slow energy, right? So if things were moving ever so slowly, let's just say, hey, let's hang out with my friends. I really want everybody to get to know you. Now, it depends, of course, on whether it was you, Virgo, or the other person. Just take it how it applies. But again, you guys could have been on very different wavelengths here. It's like, no, I'd rather stay in. And then the other one's like, but no, I want to go out. So that could have been some conflicting conversations that might have turned into disagreements and arguments. I'm just kind of getting that for some of you. I'm also getting that maybe Divine Feminine, you felt like your masculine was just moving so damn slow in the relationship. Maybe they were just spending too much time with their friends and not enough time with you. Maybe they were always out or they were always busy with other people except the connection itself. Oh, this is interesting. Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. Okay. Uh-oh, we've got a Tower. 7 of Cups. Oh, this is interesting, guys. The Magician. 2 of Swords. Holy crap. All right. What I'm seeing here, because you guys were having issues as far as being on the same page and wanting to do the same things, it created tension in the relationship. And so one of you guys might have decided to just go in a different direction or entertained other options. Okay, yes, that could have actually turned into a third party for some of you. I'm kind of feeling this from my feminines. You might have actually met a couple people, you know, where one was more the romantic type, and then the other one, you could have certainly been attracted to them, but it just wasn't moving as fast as you wanted. There could even have been, you know, necessarily, well, the way I'm seeing it, it could be 3 people, but I don't mean that initially as a third party. It could have just meant that you found yourself attracted to other people, but maybe you weren't in a relationship with any of them. But there certainly is a romantic partner that came in here. It could have been fun, brand new. And so if you were already in an established partnership, that could have turned into a love triangle here. So if it was a third party, that's probably why we have a 2 of Swords. You know, that created some sort of blockage as far as the relationship that you were meant to focus on. It could not continue, possibly because of a third party situation. So that could have been the tower, the destruction of a foundation of a partnership, because one of you entertained other options or had choices that they made that just was not based off of the best thought processes here, not really thinking it through. So I'm kind of feeling lots of downloads for this one, Virgo. So I can't help but feel that some of you guys might even hear from a third party. You know, maybe maybe it's been a long time since you haven't heard from this person, but they're still thinking about you. Or through your circle of friends, maybe you end up hearing that this person is still interested, that they're still asking about you perhaps. Something clearly hit the fan here. You know, we don't just see the tower because it was just a little blip on your life's journey, your relationship here. Something major went down that rocked the foundation of a relationship. And so that created this stagnant energy in your romantic life. But there's somebody that you're not with, and they're really hoping to still be with you. And I just realized, you know, with the Magician, this can represent your own Virgo energy, but it could also pick up off of Gemini. Yep. You guys ended up hitting that wall of stagnancy with the 2 of Swords. Jeez. All right, what else? What else for Virgo for this first scenario? It's complicated. But there's something tied into your friends here, or their friends. You might have also met a third person, like a third party through your circle of friends. I don't know. Oh, geez. And it's clarification right there. Third party, love triangle. I feel if this relates to you, Virgo, that you were possibly in another relationship, but there, you know, I'm kind of getting that you guys were just going through the motions of being in the relationship. Maybe the attraction, the passion had fizzled, but you guys were still in the relationship. And then here comes this person. It's like a breath of fresh air, and you could have found yourself to be really attracted to them. And maybe at first you pushed it away, but they kept persistent. They kept this persistence of reaching out to you maybe. And so it was just a matter of time, perhaps, for some of you, that you were able to just kind of explore what that was about. And people were hurt here. Certainly you could have hurt yourself. So what I'm getting is a third party that was in existence at one point in time, that's no longer happening. That created the tower. That created a tower moment. What else for Virgo? Message number 1. What was needed in the relationship was this, the 3 of Pentacles, you know, because if the foundation of your relationship was strong, then, you know, interference from third parties or other drama that might have happened, you guys would have been able to survive that. All right, let's see what else. It's like coming to all of these realizations after the fact, after the Tower. Whoa. Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the Queen of Cups. If this is you, you knew what you were getting into, I feel, Divine Feminine. If you relate to this, you knew that there were perhaps certain consequences to your actions, but you followed your heart anyway. That doesn't necessarily mean it was the right decision, the right choice. It still created some drama here. But you might have been in a situation, or again, an existing partnership, where it just kind of fizzled and you were just going through the motions of being with that person. So there could have been a huge imbalance in that partnership. And so here comes this person that might have brought in that Tower, you know, that third party situation here. So if that was actually happening in a partnership, this is not happening. The 6 of Pentacles, the equality. So that's for those of you who are already in a relationship. You know, you bring in that third element and there's no longer equality in that relationship. So yeah, no wonder we have a Tower moment. All right, let me grab one more here. Divine Feminine. The way this played out, I feel, for number 1, the Divine Feminine had a lot to do with the direction that it went. So Divine Feminine, if this was a third party, then you probably ended the third party situation to focus more so on an existing partnership. So that could bring back the 6 of Pentacles, that could bring back teamwork, you know, and the stalemate might have something to do with a third party that's no longer happening. That's kind of what I'm getting there. That was all over the place, I feel, but hopefully this made sense for those of you that lived through this. You know, it's like your heart really needed to heal from something that hurt you deeply, having to do with love triangles or third parties. And it also has a lot to do with those of you who are already in another relationship that was rocked by the foundation, you know, because of drama from a third party. That's what I'm getting from that. All right, so however way that needed to come through for you, hopefully it offered you some clarification or guidance that you needed to hear at this time. All right, Virgo, so let's go ahead and take a look at number 2. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but like I did with all of the other signs, I just shuffled these. I purposely did not look at the messages. So we're all going to discover them together. So for number 2, here we are. I cry myself to sleep thinking about all the time we have missed out on. I wish I could go back in time and change things. Look at that. I'm also feeling somebody can't sleep because they're thinking about you. That's what's coming through there. All right, so let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or cross watchers for Virgo. Soul lovers and separation, what do we need to know for scenario number 2? They have regrets here. And sure, you know, wouldn't we all want to hop into a time machine to go back in time and undo certain things that we've done? Okay, let's see. There were conflicts, okay, 5 of Wands, disagreements, arguments. Some sort of competition, though. That competition might have had something to do with a third-party element. Okay, we've got Aquarius coming through with a star. I feel when you met this person, Virgo, That's how it felt. It's like a dream come true, a wish come true. But something that created conflict and drama as well. Ooh, we've got the Three of Swords. We also have the Queen of Swords. Okay. I don't know what is up with the complicated energy that I'm feeling for Virgo. It came through for number 1 also. So, heartbreak. This situation, no matter how you slice it, Virgo, it was very hurtful and it broke your heart. And if you happen to be divine feminine, it definitely hurt you deeper than you could have ever imagined. And we've got the Queen of Swords. We can't ignore that one. So as the feminine, you've definitely got your defenses up. You've got your walls up. You have set very clear boundaries for a particular person here. So they cannot reach you. They can't communicate. Or it's simply telling us that they're honoring the fact that you asked them to not be a part of your life anymore. I don't know. I'm kind of getting that for some of you. And that could have hurt them deeply. But it's coming through as a potential love triangle. So, you know, it's almost like they knew that they could not be in your life, but it didn't make it hurt any less, if that makes sense. What else for number 2? A new beginning. It really goes together with this card. I wish I could go back in time and change things. They really do. They really feel that if they could, they would bring this new beginning into this situation. We've got the King of Swords, so we clearly see that we have divine counterparts that are presenting itself here. Now, for some of you, maybe you and your person, you both have air in your chart. That's a possibility as well. So we have Libra and Aquarius coming through because the King of Swords represents Aquarius. Libra for the Queen of Swords. Somebody had way too many choices, too many options here. That's why it ended. You could also be thinking of Scorpio here. So putting these two together, you know, 7 and 3 represents 10, representing completion. So more than likely, if it was a third party, that's no longer happening here. And, you know, when we see that death card, it creates a transformation, meaning that whatever this represented when you guys separated, life is meant to evolve. Life is meant to transform. So maybe through that experience, you guys had to learn from it, change how you were able to live your life after you guys broke up and separated. So Virgo, this person that you are thinking about for this scenario, maybe they've worked very hard on themselves. Maybe, you know, you'd be surprised to see how they actually have evolved in their life and maybe even their appearance at this point. Because the death card can represent a possible new chapter after that transformation. All right, let's see what else. For Virgo, number 2. Ooh, and we have a reversed 3 of Pentacles. In the upright, that represents teamwork. But, you know, in the reverse, it's the opposite. It's a lack of teamwork. There's conflict here. So you guys could not work together, more than likely, because it wasn't just the two of you. There was somebody else in the picture. Knight of Wands represents our player here. So somebody could have been a masculine that was not interested in committing, wasn't interested in being exclusive. You know, they had other options here. And so Divine Feminine, you might have decided, you know what, go ahead and explore your other options. I'm out. Or they're out. You might have cut them out. It's like, go ahead. You want your freedom? I'm giving you your freedom. the Hermit, Virgo. Here's your own Hermit energy. Now, if you happen to have been the person that cut somebody out because of infidelity or cheating or third parties, I feel, you know, you kind of went into hermit mode when that happened, because you really needed to figure things out for yourself. And that could have been very healing for you, you know? And you've got the Four of Swords right next to it. So both of these cards can represent solitude in a sense, in order to help you heal from whatever happened between you and the person that you separated from. We've got the Magician. So the Magician can represent Gemini. It can also represent Virgo. You can manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. But I have a feeling here that there's someone from your past who would love to be able to manifest something with you again in the 3D. But are they running into blockages? Are they aware that you might possibly have moved on to another relationship? Or maybe the last conversation that you guys had, you made it very clear that you weren't interested in revisiting a partnership with them. So I'm kind of feeling that there could be a possible blockage as to why things are not manifesting for you and this person. That could be why they're crying themselves to sleep at night, thinking about you, missing you, truly wishing that they could just go back in time to undo the damage that they might have created. Seven of Swords. So this is a part of the situation and what happened to break you guys up. So infidelity, trust issues, someone's loyalty has been questioned here. So that made it very difficult. Two of Cups. You know, I'm kind of feeling for this particular message, for them, it could have just been a physical connection initially, and then you guys got maybe caught up into this whole thing and feelings started coming through. You know, they might have even told you, it's like, I don't catch feelings. I'm just in it for a particular reason. You know, it could have been so many things. Maybe you knew that they weren't the type to commit. I don't know. But now things have shifted, things have changed, and maybe the tables have turned for this one. There is the possibility, though, Virgo, that you might hear from somebody that you lost touch with, you know, a past love. I feel through that conversation, if you are so blessed to be able to experience that, meaning that there's a lot of unanswered questions. There could be unfinished business there, not necessarily to get back together unless that's what you're both wanting. But I feel through that conversation, it could be very healing for both of you to just say what you got to say, but coming from a place of compassion to be able to express those words to each other, that could be very healing, actually. But for a small group of you, if there is the possibility to talk things through and find forgiveness for the past and how that has represented itself in your life, who's to say that you guys can't work it out and come back together? I'm just feeling that for a small group. And this is clarification with the Judgment card that somebody will return. Somebody from your past. Somebody clearly that you are in separation from. And, you know, part of that healing could simply start with an apology. That could be where the closure finally comes in for some of you. But, you know, with the Judgment, sometimes what they truly are wanting is to fix things. And if they really are able to fix it, would you be open to reconciling? So that in and of itself is your call, I feel, Virgo. So, whew, these messages are intense. All right, so that's number 2. If you chose the third card, let's get into that one. All right. So again, I have no idea what it says. Let's find out together. Number 3. I don't like to admit it, but I could really use your help right now. I'm struggling to do everything alone. So we're already seeing that they feel alone because they are not with you. So let's see. And the thing is, Virgo, would you be able to help them out? Would you be willing to even extend yourself to this individual? Soul lovers in separation for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Or you could be cross-watching for a Virgo for number 3. Here we go. The King of Wands. So this could be a masculine coming through in this reading, Divine Feminine. So, I mean, they could certainly be this king, right? But they are, it's almost like they are all on their own. They don't have anybody to share this life with. So they could have all of the finer things in life. You know, maybe financially they're well off. You know, they've got everything that they could possibly want in this lifetime. But the one thing that could be missing is love. The one thing that could be missing is you. Look at the next card here. We've got the Two of Cups. That is followed by the Four of Wands. So we could have a soulmate or twin flame connection that's coming through here, Virgo, for this one. So they're struggling because you guys are in separation. Maybe they are the type of person to just put on a facade. You know, they want other people to know how they're actually struggling through the breakup. The fact that you guys are not together. I feel they want to get back together. I feel that they want a reunion with you. Six of Swords. Interesting. Here's the masculine once again. So we've got the divine masculine showing up here. Now, for some of you, your masculine could represent a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. I'm kind of feeling here, Divine Feminine, if this is you, maybe you distance yourself from your masculine, even if you knew that they were a twin flame or even a soulmate connection. I feel there were some good parts to this relationship, but there was also something that challenged the partnership. And here we go. Seven of Swords, followed by the Eight of Cups. So there could have been other people in the picture. Or we have a masculine here who was being dishonest or disloyal. And maybe, Divine Feminine, you decided to sever ties and walk away. For some of you, it could have been reversed. Maybe it was the masculine that walked away. Okay, what else? So we might have a situation of infidelity and third parties, secrets, things that were hidden, lies, deceptive behavior. Ten of Pentacles. We might have a masculine here, again, who might have everything that they could have ever wanted materially. But truly, the one thing that is missing is stuff happening in their love life. To be with the one that they love, that's what's missing. Ace of Swords. So I feel that if you were to reconnect with your masculine, Divine Feminine, they might just surprise you to let you know that if they did cheat, if there were other people in the picture, they could finally let you know that that's no longer happening. That they have cut that type of behavior out. That they are just really focusing on the future that you guys could have together. Wow. Six of Pentacles, okay. Wheel of Fortune. There's somebody here, someone from your past who wants to revisit this partnership. They're struggling in life, and in their love life, they're struggling. I feel, you know, they might have connected with other people, but there's nothing that really went in the direction that the two of you have taken your connection. So they might return, they might start off by you know, just telling you that they're sorry for how things played out. They're sorry for their role and why things fell apart and why you guys went into separation. So they might have this long, drawn-out, prepared speech to let you know that they do apologize for how they treated you. And if they really can meet you halfway, then there is the potential for those of you who would be interested in reconnecting to have a second chance here. It's not for everybody, though. They certainly want a new chance, another chance to be in your life. We also have Cancer coming through. So even though it might have been stagnant for a very long time for some of you guys, certainly because Virgo, you might have already moved on with your life. You might have moved on, but maybe at this point, you know, you're not in another relationship, you're single, and maybe you're still thinking about this person. You could be struggling in your own way. I feel if you were to reconnect with somebody from your past, and if there are no complications, no drama from third parties or anything else going on, that this could be a green flag for you to entertain at least the possibility of talking to this individual. You might just find that they're a very different person at this point, and that you guys can have a very positive outcome to your love story here. And if they were uncertain about their commitment to you, I feel that is coming through with a very different energy this time. So there may be the possibility of a second chance for this one. So that's what I've got for number 3. Wow, Virgo, a lot of intense messages that came through for your reading. So if you are interested in your own personal one, I would love to do that for you. That link is down below in the description box, and I will link all of the decks that you see here, and hopefully you're able to get some sort of guidance in the reading that you watched. And if that didn't make sense for you, feel free to go ahead and watch the other 2. Hopefully there's something there that relates to your situation. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Take care.